Profiles, a show about living in Atlanta and purchasing a home here. Atlanta Community Profiles is hosted by Lou Whelan, who will talk to experts who know this ever-changing city and its real estate industry. We'll talk to mayors, community leaders, and residential real estate experts. Now, here's Lou Whelan with this week's Atlanta Community Profiles.
Hello there and welcome to our show. My name is Lou Whelan. I publish the official relocation guides for the first multiple listing service of Atlanta, and they are distributed by real estate brokerage firms and chambers of commerce throughout the metro area. We have one for Atlanta, one for North Fulton in cooperation with the North Fulton Chamber of Commerce, and one for Cobb County with the Cobb Association of Realtors, one for Gwinnett County with the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, and one for Inside 285. They are all available on my website, atlantacommunityprofiles.com, and they're chock full of information about the metro area. My website, atlantacommunityprofiles.com, also has a great deal of additional information about the area. I'm also a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Georgia Properties. If I can help you with any of your real estate needs, residential or commercial, let me know. My website is louwhelan.com. And just a quick overview on the real estate market. The sales were up 4.6% through the first quarter, and April was down a little bit. Closings for under $200,000 are becoming pretty rare, pretty almost extinct. And average sales price through April was $300,000, which is up 4.5%. We're in what we call a seller's market, whereby anything under $500,000 is gone pretty fast. And it takes a little bit longer for $1 million and up. It can almost take a year to sell properties for over $1 million. And prices are up 61% from the bottom in March in 2012. So anyway, we're forecasting, and my crystal ball that I purchased on sale at Walmart says that prices and sales are going to be up about 6% by the time we get through this year. And North Fulton is the focus today, and the average sales price in North Fulton through the first quarter of this year, through April even, is around $445, and that's the median. I'm sorry. So the days on the market, the average house stays on the market in North Fulton for about just a little over 2 weeks, 16, 17 days. And so that's why we call it a seller's market. I mean, it's if you have a house to sell, I hope you're ready to move out, because you put it on the market, it'll be snapped up pretty. If in North Fulton, it's a phenomenally great market. And today, as you know, we interview community leaders every week, and today we are very privileged to have Senator Brandon Beach on the show. Welcome to the show, Senator Beach.
Thanks for having me, Lou.
State Senator Brandon Beach. He's a Republican. He was elected to the Senate in 2013. He's chairman of the Transportation Committee. And also, are you still on the Science and Technology?
Yes.
And are you on Education also?
Yes.
So you are a pretty busy guy. And he graduated from LSU, right?
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. And he has an MBA.
From Centenary.
From Centenary. And his wife has doesn't your wife have a MBA as well?
From Kennesaw State.
From Kennesaw. So, got a brainiac family over there. You must be raising brilliant children over there. You have how many? 2 children?
2 children. My daughter's an attorney, and my son is working for Jackson Healthcare.
Wow. So, basically, first of all, let me just start it off by saying thank you for your service to the community. I see you're a phenomenally busy guy. You are also on, last time I checked, you were on the Grady Hospital Board of Visitors Committee.
Yes.
Is that correct? And also the Georgia Association of the Chamber of Commerce Executives and Historic Roswell Convention of Visitors Bureau. So I don't know how on earth you ever sleep at night, Senator, but we do very much appreciate your service. You certainly do set the bar high as an example for our community and our citizens. You are, I don't know how many years now, every year you've been included in the Georgia Trend's 100 Most Influential Georgians. So, again, thank you for your service to the community. What a great job you do. And I would like to know, first of all, let's start it off right now with the bridge at 85. What's the story? It's open.
Well, I tell you, I drove over today, actually, for the first time, and I am so proud of GDOT, our federal partners. You know, President Trump called us the night the bridge collapsed. He called the governor and said, you know, we're going to waive everything. We need to just get this, it's an emergency, get it reopened. And we got it reopened in 43 days, which is lightning speed in the transportation world. I will tell you, this is a model that we can do things faster and we can do things more efficient. You know, I gave a speech the other day and was bragging about the bridge reopening on Monday. This was last week. And a lady raised her hand and she said, do you think it's going to be safe? I said, oh, yes, it's been inspected by hundreds of different people, and it's going to be very safe. But what's happened, Lou, we have conditioned the public to think that it takes 5 years to build a road. And it does because of all the bureaucracy, all the permitting and the Corps of Engineering studies and the environmental studies and all the different permitting procedures you have to go through. Once we put a shovel in the dirt, we build roads pretty fast. But it's getting to the shovel in the dirt, what we call shovel ready, that takes so long. So we've got to streamline that permitting process and build infrastructure faster. There's ways to take care of the environment and to make sure we're doing things right, but it doesn't need to take 5 to 7 years to do that. So I think this is a great example of being able to be efficient, get things done, and get them done right. I also want to give a shout out to Marta and Greta, because when this happened, it shut our city down for 6 weeks. You know, it was tough. I mean, Peachtree was packed. All these different streets were bumper to bumper. But a lot of people took MARTA. Their ridership was up about 60%. Their on-time service rate was 99.5% of getting to the stations on time. So they did a great job. And then when their parking lots got full, Greta bus people there on the Greta Express buses got them to the stations and then got them back to a Greta Express lot, you know, later on in the day. So they really came together, and that doesn't happen by accident. What's happened is Keith Parker, the CEO of MARTA, Chris Tomlinson, the CEO of CERTA and Greta, and Russell McMurray, the commissioner of DOT, they all meet once a month. People don't realize that, but they meet and have lunch once a month, and they talk about different ideas of making it better for the customer, the citizen. Used to be years ago they didn't even talk to each other, and everybody worried about their own little fiefdom. But now they're coming together, sitting around a table. They have built relationships, and they actually like each other. And that shows when you have a crisis like this, how we came together to work together to make it better for the citizens of Metro Atlanta and Georgia.
Okay, 2 questions. How did it happen, and could it happen again?
Well, we've taken measures to make sure there's nothing stored under any bridges. It was that conduit had been stored there for years, and it just was an unfortunate incident where a guy started a fire and it caught fire, and he's being prosecuted for that, and we'll go forward. But we are taking measures and looking at all of our inventory of infrastructure and making sure it's all safe.
Okay, good. Now,
the fortunate thing is nobody was killed in that. When you go back and you look at the smoke and the flames, we are very, very, very fortunate nobody was hurt or killed.
Well, you cut through the red tape to accomplish this goal.
We did.
When people said some people said it won't be finished until the end of the year. Some people said it'll be finished in June. Some people everything. Yeah. What was the bottom line in terms of how did you manage to get through all the red tape to do this so quickly? Well,
it was an emergency, and again, President Trump said we're going to waive everything.
So no more. He can do. He has the power to do that on a local level.
And then the governor waived all the local requirements, and we just built it. And it got built, and we worked 24/7. And but it was a team effort between the city of Atlanta, GDOT, federal partners, MARTA, Greta, everybody that worked together to make sure we got it built. But I would tell you, it is a shining example, and I believe that we can look at this, and the whole country will be looking at how we did this.
Yeah, I'm sure people are in shock, around the country, California, from Maine to California.
And GDOT, when you ride on it, you'll notice it was closed for about 13 miles, and they've repaved the whole part of that 85 while it was closed, which was a brilliant idea. Why there was nobody on it, go ahead and pave it. So it's been repaved for 13 miles, so that's good.
Well, congratulations, Senator. What a great job you guys did, and really a miracle. Now, tell me, you've been a proponent of bringing Gwinnett and Cobb counties into MARTA.
Correct.
And we need to talk a little bit about how to do that when we come back after this break. We have only 17 seconds, and my producer is over there giving me the nod. So when we get back, we'll talk a little bit about how we're going to do that and what are some of the advantages of that.
Okay, we will.
Stay tuned.
Sounds good.